All right, we're here. We're good. I hope the volume is fine. Check, check, check. Right, we are all in the place to be. Let's see. This is where we talk about life, mental struggles, and such. I am your host, coming at you live. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Yo, what's up? It's gonna take a while for people to join, so I'm just eating sweet potatoes. How you guys doing? Yo, 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 where are you guys from? I don't know how hungry I am right now. Maybe it's not such a good time of the day to live stream here. Time zone and stuff. Konbanwa, domo. Michigan. It's pretty late, no? So I've been on a very strict diet. Like, oh wow, another person from Michigan. Yeah, so I've been on a strict diet. It all comes down to eating the simple stuff and omitting the heavily processed and gluten and sugar and all that stuff. I can't do that like 100% probably, but I try. It's like eating vegetables and meat and whatnot in its basic structure as much as possible. So, for example, I have broccoli. What I did was microwave broccoli because I heard something like if you boil it, you're gonna lose some nutritional values. So I just microwaved it and sprinkled good old Okinawa salt, and that's it. And there are things that I heard about salt. You know how like people say less sodium is better, that kind of stuff? Well, to an extent, according to what I've been reading, is that it's not necessarily salt that is bad for you. It's like the processed, refined salt. Apparently that is, that doesn't, most of the time anyway, contain the minerals that come with the good salt. So from what I understand, sea salt. Sea salt, for example, you originally contains minerals like magnesium and such, but once you process it, refine it, more often than not, you'll lose all the good stuff. And it just becomes the salt that we know. Um, so, if we sprinkle salt with minerals and such, like we don't necessarily have to keep everything to 0 sodium. You know what I mean? Because we need these minerals. Pink salt is better than white salt because it doesn't get processed. Well, there are white, like for example, the salt that I use is from Okinawa and it's white, but it's I think directly from the ocean, and yeah, they do this like special thing to it so it doesn't lose nutritional, aspects. And it really tastes good. Mm-hmm. Like sometimes I find a gelato ice cream that contain this type of salt, and it tastes really good. Like I think I understand when I'm eating something good for my body, I instantly I can feel it. Are you guys the same? Like for example, if I eat meat, I can tell that it came from a good source or a bad source. Meaning, when it comes to like chicken and stuff, like or cows and like you can tell if they've been kept in a very bad place or not. I mean, it just tastes different. But yeah, I like pink salt too. Good old Himalayan salt. Love it very much. They used to sell potato chips with pink salt, Himalayan salt. I found it once at a Japanese convenience store that sells a lot of products from foreign countries. And I think it was from Taiwan. It was really good, but that was the only time I could find that product. So they don't stock that anymore. I think they only had it in stock for a very short time in Japan anyway. And I forgot what it was called, so there's no way of me finding out anymore. I think I found a few products that were similar, pink Himalayan salt chips, but I think they taste very different. So pink salt doesn't provide iodine, a necessary nutrient. Oh, are you saying that like sea salt provides that too? I mean, it would make sense, right? Because like seaweed and stuff, they contain iodine, right? So if sea salt contained it, I would understand. It's so difficult though, like taking supplements. It's all about chemistry, chemistry as in if you're gonna take a certain nutrient, more often than not, you need another type of vitamin or mineral, plural even, for that first vitamin to be absorbed efficiently. So everything connects. So just because you took a supplement for one vitamin, it might not get absorbed that well. So that's why it's important to watch all sorts of it's important to consume different kinds of food, But anyway, yeah. And then they say vegetable oil is bad and whatnot. I mean, it becomes very difficult to find things that you enjoy eating at that point. But I guess if the joy is if you feel joy being happy, I mean, like, of being, what? Joy of being happy, what the hell? No, joy of being healthy, then I think that's good enough motivation. Sugar, for instance, I heard that, once you take in sugar, your body starts wanting more sugar because that sugar that you consume is calling for more. It's like, we need more. But when you stop eating sweets for a long time, then your body won't even crave it. It's very interesting, eh? Hi Joe Sensei, we can't see you. I know. I've been streaming like in this style for a while. It's just that I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I've been honest, but about this, but I'm not in the best condition mentally, and I'm glad though that I am able to talk to you guys right now in this moment. I was feeling horrible earlier, but then I decided, hey, I want to feel happy and let's move on. So this is like a special hour of the day where I get to at least be able that I'm able to at least talk in this style. Otherwise I'd probably be talking in a very gloomy tone, like just kind of yeah, it's been a while. I've been struggling with this for a very long time, and it got to a point that I think I'm starting to lose friends. I might lose friends because of the way my depression and paranoia and OCD are just making me But anyway, at the moment I feel better, so that's what matters, right? You gotta be in the moment. You gotta enjoy every moment. Yeah. So I mean, that's the whole point of me trying to go on a strict diet too, because it definitely affects the way I feel. It definitely affects the mental condition. Maybe when I'm back to like my really healthy days, then maybe I can withstand junk food here and there. But as of now, I think I should watch what I eat. I love eating though, How long do you usually sleep? Not too long, because I wake up because of this condition. It's like fear starts creeping in, especially when I feel lonely, which is majority of the day. Over here in America, mental health isn't treated seriously enough. I don't think it's treated seriously enough anywhere, to be honest, because first of all, like one has to have experienced what it to have experienced for example depression to really understand what depression is like. It's not even like, the way I see it is that it's not even me anymore. Like when depression takes over, it's not like the whole oh, I'm depressed, like not that sort of like fashion depression, you know what I'm saying? Like people just want to say like, oh, I'm depressed. No, like true depression is a curse. It's just you're not yourself anymore. So that's the scary part. It's kind of like depression is acting like it's you, but that's all people will see. So that's the scary part. It's like a mask that they put on you forcefully, but it's not you. So yeah, I'm in a similar situation as you, Sensei. Does it ever get easier? Yes. And that is coming from me, who, like, so often these days, I feel like I can't go on anymore. It's a really dark place. I suffocate, almost just like yeah, I can't take it anymore. But you know, as you can see, I'm talking to you guys right now, and although I'm not in my best condition, I'm well enough to be able to stream, right? So that means I got through those moments, and I mean I'm very sure that those moments or something of the like will try to take over me again and again, maybe after I end the stream, whatever. But the way I try to go at this these days is that I started believing that there's hope. There's a huge difference between trying to how to say, survive each day without knowing what's going to happen versus trying to survive each day because you believe that things will get better. These two things sound very similar, but they're not even like, yeah, close to being the same thing. I'm in a similar situation too, but I have a chronic illness in addition to all the mental health issues that come with that and all my regular mental health issues. Yeah. You know, the way I see it when it comes to mental issues, I believe that almost all mental issues are rooted in traumatic experiences. Now, when I say traumatic, you know, it's a spectrum. Trauma is a spectrum, I think. So it doesn't have to be something like, you know, extremely, insanely intense, but, you know, especially during your childhood. I feel that they're like the key to, not the key, but like the reason, the cause of what triggers mental illnesses. I feel that I feel it's you know, it's mostly from childhood traumatic experiences. And as we age, like I mean, obviously we have to survive. So, although with all these traumatic experiences, we still have to move on. And the way in which we move on, I mean, it differs from person to person, but more often than not, we tend to try to shut that memory down, like shut those traumatic experiences, like the memories, down to the point that our brains forget, right? Because, you know, because they're too traumatic. But as I aged more and more, I realized that whatever I try to put a lid on, so to speak, you know, and try to like all these things that I tried to ignore from the past, they're coming back to really haunt me. And the part that sucks is that it's not like, you know, many times it's not like I know what these traumatic experiences are, because as I said, you know, a lot of these experiences I just put a lid on and kind of, you know, try to push those away, because if I hadn't done that back then, I wouldn't be able to have stayed sane, you know? And I think a lot of people do that, if not most people, you know? like many times, like for example, for guys in this society, it's still seen. People see you as weak if you complain about something, that like you have to stay strong and can't show weakness. And I think a lot of guys tend to push away the things that hurt them in the past and just trying to like bulldoze through. And I'm not saying it's just for guys. I'm just saying I just wanted to talk about like how society, especially for guys, like although I think the world has gotten way better with what's the word? Diversity? No, that's not the word. But you guys know what I mean, like versatility, diversity. You do you, But still, in this society, there's the image of what a person's got to be, what a guy has to be like, what a girl has to be like. But anyway, I'm kind of drifting off topic here. But to get back on track, so anyway, there is a bunch of things that led to my breakdown. And the way to approach this is to come face to face with each of the experience and come in peace. And to really come to peace with these memories that I can't even remember right now, but we'll try to. So anyway, I just, when I talked about like surviving, like the survival skills, survival method that we have, these are all different. I'll give you an example. People who always try to come at you like they're as if they're defending themselves. Like if you say something and then just they automatically take it as they're being like attacked or something, and they kind of respond by talking to you a little aggressively. I think the possibility is that that person grew up with parents who would always like, would be accusing them of something, like, oh, why did you do that? And maybe that person's survival skill for that kind of situation has become to respond fast and then talk in such manner that no one can, blame that person for something. You know what I'm saying? So I think we all have different survival skills that we developed from our past experiences. I don't like the fact that I'm getting tired already. I haven't even streamed for 30 minutes. Maybe this strict diet is making me tired easily, huh? I don't know. And the whole, energy thing. I feel like I've been living a life where I have a lot of holes in my body where energy just leaks, pours out, is pouring out. By the way, if you guys don't want to, if you guys want to change the topic, please let me know, because, yeah. This is a consequence of being intelligent beings. I'd like to be a dog in my next life. I just, if I'm going to be born as a dog, I really hope that whoever's going to own me is going to be a nice person. Strawberry Furnace, thank you so much. I love your music, Joe. I'm a bit sad you remove some tracks from Spotify, but I enjoy the tracks you still have there. I pray life gets better for you, Sensei. Massive love. Coming from a big fan. Thank you so much. Yeah, as for the... Fala pouco de português, amor boca. Okay, I'll speak a little bit of Portuguese too, right? I haven't... Há muito tempo desde eu falei português. Mas eu tô tentando. I said, it's been a while since I spoke Portuguese, but I'm trying. Yeah, I removed tracks from Spotify because, to get into this topic, it's gonna take a little bit of energy to explain, but it's because it's like a combination of things. The combination of, how it costs more money than the amount that I'm earning by posting stuff on Spotify. Because it's kind of like a subscription that I have to sign up for, and then I have to pay like once in a while for songs that, like, if they're not going to be listened to that much, what's the use, right, if I'm losing money? Bro is a master at like every language. I wish. How about we talk about the things that make you happy? Well, I'm happy that you guys are here. It's the best part of the day. Easily. I really want to connect with people. I love connecting with people. I love people. But it's the fact that my body, my mind don't allow me to stay energetic, to stay positive a lot of times. But I'm trying, man. I'm trying, and I believe that things are gonna get better. I see a streak of light. And I didn't feel that way until a few days. I really felt like I was just in such a dark place. I didn't think I was gonna make it sometimes. But believing is such a powerful thing, man. I know that I've always been sensitive, but am I really sensitive to this degree? See, like, I don't feel that this is my true potential. I feel like there are a lot of things that hold me back from being the best, that holding me back from being in the best condition. And if I could somehow manage all the baggage, all the all the burden that I am carrying right now, I feel like I can do way more. I feel like I can make way more songs, you know, post way more videos. And I decided to believe in that. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but have you considered the possibility that you have ADHD? Yeah, I mean, I feel like I have a few things. Now, I've been to I've been to a mental clinic and whatnot, but went to more than one. But you know, it really sucks because, I mean, if you broke your arm, right? If you go to the hospital, like, obviously they're gonna tell you that you have a broken arm, and then people can see that, right? So there's no doubt in that. But mental condition, it can't be seen. So even if you go into a mental clinic to a doctor, they might not diagnose you completely, right? Like, all you can do is talk to them about it, and then it's up to them to decide what you have, right? So I know that I have way more than just depression, but one doctor was like, yeah, you're just feeling a little down. Oh yeah? Just a little down. Okay. And that's basically why I'm feeling like I really can't go on anymore, and I get this like paranoia that really destroys my life. And so I'm no doctor, but from what I've been, you know, reading and my friends telling me this and that, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I had, first of all, ADHD, OCD, among other things. But because, you know, all these things are spectrum, right? So it's hard to diagnose correctly. And I feel like a lot of people are going through the same thing too. You know, like, they go to the doctor, but they ain't quite getting it, you know? And then things are very misunderstood too. So it's like, oh, I have depression. Oh, boo-hoo. You know, like, that's how a lot of people see it. Boo-hoo, too bad. You don't seem to have ADHD? Okay. Well, I mean, I can't be sure, but... But what I truly believe is that there is a way in which everyone going through similar situation can get better. It's just that the approach might not be right. PTSD can look like ADHD. So maybe that's it too. But these days, more and more, I'm starting to believe in the spiritual world, you know. And the thing, though, is that I don't like the word spiritual, because although there are definitely things that cannot be explained by modern day science, everything else sort of becomes grouped in spirituality, right? And then there are, you know, people who claim to be spiritual, but like in a way that kind of freaks us out. You know what I'm saying? And so there's this, like, is it called stigma? almost to the word sometimes to some people. But when we take a look at things that actually make sense, I'm talking about that kind of spirituality. Like the energy, like the power of praying. Recently, I prayed so hard that even talking about it, made me cry every time. It was about something very personal, and I shared about it with, my friends and my family. But it was pretty intense because a few days later, um, as if my prayers reached that person. I was talking to one of my family members, and yeah, he told me that he, looked out the window and suddenly started thinking about that. So I don't think it's a coincidence. The power of believing is so strong, I think. But you really have to believe. After all, we are we have feelings, and I don't think that's a coincidence that we have feelings, and not just like robotic. And I think because we have feelings, there are ways in which we communicate without even knowing, like telepathy. And I'm not talking about telepathy as in like, okay, I'm gonna think this right now, read my mind. It's more so like it is a little more abstract than that. But like when you think strongly about someone and that someone calls you or something, right? And it's been a while since you've talked to that person, and like that kind of stuff. I feel that that sort of quote unquote coincidence is not so coincidental. It's actually surprising on how so many people during a very low point in their lives all commonly they become avid believers, which is an interesting pattern to me. I mean, right. High intelligence also leads up to misunderstanding with common people. Yeah, I mean, I do feel that I've been misunderstood. And although I like talking and people might think that I'm good at, communicating with people, I find myself not being understood as well as I thought I was gonna be. So it's kind of like the same language that we're speaking, but it's not taken in a way that I was expecting. So like to fit in completely with society is so hard. Like when you're having a small talk or just talking with your talking in a group, and then you try to say something, but you feel like people take it the wrong way, or yeah. The question is though, how natural do you think you guys are um, when being around people? When I say natural, okay, so for example, I don't want anyone to be unhappy, right? And I don't want anyone to be left out in a group, or when I'm just talking to more than one person. So I like to include everyone in the conversation as much as possible. And when I'm listening to each person talking, I nod a lot. I try to, with my facial expression, show that I'm actually listening and then react. But I realize that I'm overdoing that most of the time. Another reason why I get so tired. But I'm afraid that if I don't do that, people are gonna think that I'm bored. I'm being like, how do you say? I'm being a party pooper, or I might look bored, and you know that might make the other person feel like crap. But then someone told me, well, who cares? Just be yourself. Who cares if they hate you for doing that? You know, if you just don't react or just look like you're bored, who cares? Like, you have to save yourself before trying to like save other people. And that made a lot of sense to me. And so in that moment, we were having lunch, and the waitress was a very energetic person. And then usually I would nod after like everything someone would say, and you know, like smile or whatever, even if that person's not talking to me. But I stopped doing that in that moment and just kind of existed there naturally, and it felt so good. In that moment I could do that, but yeah, I soon came back to my regular self, and you know, to the overly nodding self. But I saw that was my vision, you know, of what natural means to me. So someday I wish to be able to keep that stance without worrying about if I'm if I look like I'm bored out of my mind or something. Yeah, discussing about mental issues, life talk. I mean, it's really, you know, it could apply to life talk, and not necessarily mental issues, but like mental talk, can relate to everyone, right? These days I began traveling by myself thanks to you. Arigatou gozaimasu. Great to hear that. Amazing. Amazing. But yeah. So I realized how I've been overworking myself, especially in front of people. And I think it is time for me to try to remember, and not remember, but like to be to be in my best condition is what I'm trying to say. A lot of the things that I thought was my personality, I'm starting to realize it's just the result of my past traumas. You know, as I was talking about the survival skills, right? So I don't think I was initially this sensitive to things. I'm not saying that I'm insensitive, but I'm a little too sensitive and a little too paranoid, and this depression thing is not me. I mean, this paranoia is not me. So there's a lot of curses. How natural I am depends entirely on whom I'm with. Right. If you're really anxious about how people feel about you, asking and communicating can help a lot. Yeah. I mean, you know, like it's all about being connected in this world, man. I'm not saying that like not having friends is bad or anything, because there are people who can enjoy the crap out of life being alone, and that's amazing. I think that is amazing. It's great. I used to be able to do that half the time, meaning, I mean, I enjoy my I used to enjoy my private time if I could balance it out with my if I could hang out with my friends just as much. These days, you know, the situation in my head and whatnot, I feel unnecessarily lonely. I used to be able to, I used to be fine with it, you know, completely content and satisfied with the amount of time I'd be spending alone. But these days, it's really, yeah. And I know this is not me either. Like, when I say not me, this is not how I would be in my best condition. So therefore, this is not me. I feel like there would be another thing to worry about just creeping in my head. You know, OCD shit. It's so hard to not think about the things that, like, just anything, any shit. It's crazy because I was fuck. I remembered one thing. I'll try not to think. Shit. Fuck. So like that, you know. So just like that. Even if I'm hanging out with friends, sometimes shit pop up in my head, and it just ruins the vibe. So I try not to show that, you know, pretend like nothing's going on in my head, and I'm like, hey, yeah, but like my facial expression can't hide it. So my friends would be like, hey, oh, hey, what's up? You know, like, you look kind of not happy. And I'm like, oh, what? No, it's good. Yeah. But yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Well, I don't know. Like, the thing is, I don't know if I really have OCD or whatever, but I know that I have something. Because if I don't, it doesn't make sense. I mean, I've been diagnosed with depression, but I don't think it's just depression. The way you're feeling right now, Joe, do you use what you're feeling as a way to express and write lyrics or music to deal/move on? Yes, I used to do that a lot. And that was my therapy. That used to be my to-go, like, my tool to get over, well, maybe not get over, but like, you know, to express, and it was an output for the emotions that I would be feeling and the problems and stuff. But now it got so bad to a point that it's so hard to work on a song anymore. Like, I don't find the joy in listening to music as much anymore. It actually tires me and makes me feel sad or scared of like life and stuff. So I'm trying hard to not feel that way, but but even then, I work on my songs from time to time. There are actually a few songs that I was planning to release, but at the last minute I wasn't satisfied with the mix and everything, so I didn't. And now I don't have the energy to release them because I'm not sure if I want to. And all the hobbies that I, you know, like going to the beach and swimming and stuff like that used to help me a lot. But even going down to the beach ain't really helping me that much. So I'm taking it day at a time. But so yeah, at one point it got to a really, yeah, it got really bad. So I'm at least happy that I got better than that, just a little bit. So I might have already said it, but the goal for me right now is to just survive today. Meaning, you know, in this context, it means surviving each day, right? But like, since today has not ended for me, like the way I see it is that all I need to do, all I'm going to concentrate on is to survive today, and then I'm going to, you know, think the same thing tomorrow. So all the things that I have to finish, and, you know, all the, you know, shit in life that you fucking have to face one day, like all the unfinished bullshit that you don't, you know, is all bullshit. But I can't move on if I don't pull myself out of this like deep darkness right now. I simply can't go on. So my goal right now is to just survive and get better. That's why I'm feeling right now. Because otherwise, there's no other way, I don't think. Because I can't think properly about the difficult life shit, difficult adulting shit. Maybe not adulting, but like adult shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's so yeah. That's actually not a bad way to look at it. Yeah. I don't even know what to say since it's saddening to hear what you're going through, but I truly hope you make and transform yourself to the best version of yourself. Yes, thank you. And there are a billion ways in which you can view things positively, right? Although sometimes that itself kind of makes me feel overwhelmed, because when you're not happy and then try to tell yourself that things are going to be great, that oxymoronic that a situation makes you even sad, you know what I'm saying? But right now I can at least partially believe that once I feel like I've hit the lowest point. I mean, at least thus far in life. So that means it's time to go towards the light. And if I see things that everything was necessary, things happen for a reason type way of thinking, then this lowest point, these all the days in which I couldn't stay asleep because of paranoia and nightmares and whatnot, all the twisting and turning and feeling like I couldn't breathe, and opening the window and looking outside and people walking, but I feel like I'm disconnected from everyone, and all that stuff. Like those moments, even those moments, if I can survive, if I can make it through, then I believe that I can make a difference in other people's lives too. Possibly save other people's, lives through music or in other ways. So no, like as for the paranoia, like it's all over the place. It's not just like one thing. I'm just afraid of the world right now. Did you know that the only time you laughed in this live stream was when you spoke Portuguese? Can you speak Portuguese a little more? Onde está você? Qual cidade? So I said, where are you in Brazil? Which city? Phenomenon, girl. Want to let you know your music and funny videos have made my days in my teenage years. So I truly hope you'll be able to find happiness. Thank you. It means a lot to me that people come and watch my streams and, give me nice comments. Fortaleza! Man, saudades, man. I don't know if I should eat something or not. You know what's strange? I mean, I'm alone in this, room all by myself, physically, but at the same time, you guys are here and it's very comforting. But then I'm alone in the, room and like the whole. Isn't it interesting? Like the two realities. It's a strange feeling, to be honest. What I don't like is the fact that my energy level's going down pretty fast. Because I want to talk more, but I don't want to like overdo myself. But I want to talk, you know? I even feel a little sleepy, but I had already taken a nap. It used to be that taking a nap was so easy for me. Going to bed, sleep. There was another point in my life when I got really depressed. But it was in a different style. It was more so I just, I think it was closer to the usual definition of depression, at least in a lot of people's minds. Like, oh, I have no, like, I just wanna, I don't want to do anything. I just want to sleep forever. And then, so I stayed in and slept forever, basically. Couldn't do anything. But now I can't even sleep without telling myself, okay, we're gonna do this. All right, we're gonna try and not think about the 3 billion things that worry me, and try to do this because I start. What is it called? I forget, man. What is it called when your heart starts beating fast? I start getting that once I lie down. It got really bad at one point. And then at the same time, like the worst fears would start, occupying my mind. So I couldn't even sleep without worrying about going to sleep because shit would get intense. And then at the same time, this crazy loneliness would take over me. And yeah, it gets really hard to breathe. But I'm too tired to get up out of my bed. But if I don't, the mental situation gets worse. Like this battle. And then I would open the window because I wouldn't be able to take it anymore. Like, I need some connection with the world. But as I said, I would feel lonely because I'm actually disconnected from people. Because it's not like, hey, look out the window. Hey, there's my friend. There's my friend. Hey, it's not like that. So I just go back and forth in my room. Because being in the same spot makes me anxious. But it's not, when I say loneliness, it's not necessarily like about talking about like, oh, I wish I had a partner, that kind of stuff. It's just loneliness from, it's like me and everyone else sort of situation. Have you been seeking help? Yes, I have. I've been trying to figure out what I want to eat. Maybe good old banana might help. I've been eating more fruits than anything today. I mean, it's way better than taking sugar, like as in refined sugar type thing, but still, I don't know. My sweets intake, if fruits even count as sweets, but because sugar is not good for mental issues. Yeah. I guess the worst situation than being extremely lonely is if you're with someone toxic. Now that is on another level. But I guess in an intense situation, they're both as like I would suffer just as much in either, but it also depends on how toxic that person is. Having fast metabolism sucks. You're always skinny and have to constantly eat to not lose energy. Yeah. That's intense, man. I do hear that eating bananas and kiwis, they have the tendency to, what was it, serotonin or something? Like the happiness hormone or something? You get that, right? I wish it worked more than this, but because it ain't enough. 'Cause it ain't enough. Yeah, glucose definitely helps. No, no, no. Magnesium. Yeah, I think the important thing is to talk about things. Wow, that was a shitty sentence. No, yeah, yeah, that's what I was trying to say about being connected. After all, we're humans, so just the fact that you know that there are people who care makes all the difference. Because people used to be in, tribes and lived in smaller villages and festivals and that sort of stuff, And only in modern days we have become so disconnected in many places. Like there's a wall in between people. There's walls. Separated from the days in which people were connected and helped out each other and whatnot. I mean, we still do that, but I don't think I don't think there's an abundance of that. Finding a good listener is a gift. Oh yes, definitely. It's a talent, I think. Being a good listener. Whew. Yeah. I mean, I didn't think that life was gonna get this intense as I aged. I thought things were gonna get a little better, but then boom. But I see the light. So I'm gonna believe in that. Yep, the banana was good. Good old banana. Good old banana. Yips. Sometimes the hardest part is just picking something you're willing to chew and swallow. I mean, during worst days, you don't even feel hungry. That's that's the dangerous moment. Like when you're so beat up and just tired or maybe scared or whatever it is, like when you are when you're in an extremely bad place and then you lose appetite, shit starts getting real. What is your favorite Beatles song? Probably it's either Birthday or Back in the USSR. Yeah. It's from the White Album. The reason is because they sound happy. Happy songs. You become so beaten that you can just look at walls. Yeah, or other things too. Like it could be anything. But when it gets really bad, nothing really distracts your mind from that negative thoughts. Like I tried reading. Like I'm still reading, but like I don't usually read books, but it got to a point where I felt like I had to do something besides staring at the computer or smartphones, because there was a point where I mean, even right now it's kind of like that, but like opening up social media is giving me bad vibes. Instagram, I can take it if it's like, people giving me nice comments and checking out the notification of who gave me likes and stuff. But almost anything that I see that other people posted, I tend to, like I really don't want to see them, because especially those stupid celebrity news that discuss negative things about people. Like anything negative, like I don't want to see anymore. And what's crazy is that when things get really bad, even like even apparently happy content, that too becomes like a trigger to feel sad or just lonely, or So I spent a few days without really, like using my smartphone or using the computer and stuff. And like in a way that was nice. It was refreshing in a way, because you won't be getting like negative news and shit. But at the same time, I was like, well, what am I gonna do then? Like I mean, if I were in a completely healthy condition, that would have worked, because I could just go outside and exercise, like all these like activities and stuff. But it was really bad that I couldn't do that. So naturally I would be stuck in my room with nothing. So that's bad. And then I thought, well, maybe instead of checking out my smartphone, why not go to the bookstore and buy something? So I bought a few books, but then when it was really bad, I couldn't concentrate. Yeah. Like it was as if anything I do, anything I see, anywhere I went, those became like bad memories. What a curse, don't you think? I mean, I got it out of that situation, but yeah, if I don't watch out, then it might come back. But it was so torturous traveling. But the hotel itself, like the hotel was good, but the hotel room was good. It would have been great if I were feeling normal. But then, yeah, when your mental state is really low, there's something about hotel rooms that trigger panic attacks for me. Anxiety. It was pretty crazy. And then you look out the window and then there's people, having fun too. Which adds, well, I don't know. It's like a little bit of both. It adds to your loneliness, but at the same time, you want any sort of sound coming into your room, because you feel so lonely that even like the sound of what otherwise would be noisy, train sounds, like that sound, you start to try to find comfort in those noises too. And it's like it's kind of like screaming out for help in your mind almost, like somebody, like I feel so left out in this universe. But the crazy part is that you're so tired and depressed that even talking to someone is not going to take care of your situation. And if you're not with the right people, Meaning, like, there are people who drain your energy, right? If that happens, then like you're also in a bad spot. So I felt so trapped, man. I felt so trapped. It's crazy. This is legitimately the most unboring stream I've seen in a while. Well, I mean, I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. What's crazy is that maybe for like even those days, maybe for an hour or two, I would feel fine for the first time in that day. And it feels like you can be happy again, you know? Like you start feeling like, oh, hey, yeah, I feel better, okay. And so I'm gonna go to sleep like this and hopefully wake up feeling the same way. But no, it never did. I would wake up with the same, like that anxiety, and I couldn't even sleep properly. Maybe for 2-3 hours, and I wake up and I'm just, heart's beating fast and that's all that good stuff, you know. Like watching anything would make me depressed too. It's a really weird feeling. And like almost everything that was on YouTube or anything like on Netflix, of course I can't watch because I don't know, to begin with, drama series give me anxiety because they more often than not have problems, right? Like, oh, okay, main character, whatever, and then this problem comes up, and then they make it extremely intense. So of course people watch it, and then cliffhanger, like that kind of stuff. Like I would want to watch something completely happy, but you won't find that. You don't find that kind of stuff anywhere. In movies, no, because the critics will be like, hey, where's the what is it? What is it called when there's like a problematic scene? Problematic meaning like, oh, this is the part where shit goes down, like that. Everything has that. But it's films. Film is an art form, so it should be that, you know, there's no rules, but there are actually. Oh, you're gonna have to have a scene where people suffer. So anyway, yeah, obviously you can't watch that. Can't watch TV because TV got a lot of bad news. And then YouTube, like these days, YouTube only recommends you the same thing. Like one thing you click and everything will be that on the feed. So even happy videos I couldn't handle. Like the happy, like those vlog videos where people are having a good time. Like I usually would love watching those. What? Is my Does it ever occur to you that like you're talking and then you realize that, wait, did I totally mess up the grammar there, or was it just in my head? Anyway. Oh yeah, conflict. Exactly that. Yeah, the conflict. Conflict in movies and whatnot. But So let's say for an example, there's a couple. It's like, oh, we went to this country, yay! Like, first of all, I'll feel jealous that they're happy, um, and it's not so much the fact that I want to be there as much as my my feeling of me being jealous that they seem like they're having a great life and not going through this mental situation, which I don't know, right? Like, well, who knows? They might be going through something more intense, but they might be, handling it like a boss. Like, who knows? Yes, I know. I'm aware of that. But when things get really bad, you don't even have that capacity to say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I in those when the situation is that bad, all you can think about is, oh, I wish, I were them, or I wish my life wasn't like this, that kind of stuff. So I would find that in almost every single video. Wait, are we lagging like crazy right now? Because in the comments I'm seeing people talking about grammar. But oh, okay, no lag. Okay, got it. Mild depression. I couldn't do any daily things like eating, taking showers due to fatigue. Yeah, even taking showers, man, it just becomes such a drag. But you start seeing things about the world. You start understanding that there are people out there who might be struggling the same way. So it widened my view. It broadens my perspective. And really understand like why people might take their own lives, right? Sadly. Like why how things can get so bad in the mind that it becomes so overwhelming. I mean, yeah, I mean, life is simple but tough at the same time. I think it's all about the way you see it. The way I feel is that life should be simple because it is originally, but this whole there's a lot of crap in the society that makes it so difficult. There are so many things that tie us down. And keep us from feeling free. At least that's the way I see it. But okay, well, let's talk about the positive things too, okay? So yeah, I've been trying hard to feel better and get better. And then the other day when I was hanging out with my friend, My friend told me, "Hey, like you look like you're better today." My friend knows that I struggle from paranoia, and when we're hanging out randomly, like the things that I don't want to think about, like the negative emotions and thoughts and whatnot, when they come attacking me, my facial expression dies and I stop talking. That's a pattern that I noticed because my friend told me that. But that day, my friend told me that, I mean, I know that you're still going through that, but even when you're going through that, you look way better and like the vibe is good. And so I was glad to hear that because at least I'm making progress, right? And another friend told me that, hey, you kind of look different today. You know, it seemed like you were struggling a lot with things, but you look better, like a different person. But this, I didn't even realize. Like I didn't know that until my friends told me. So that is a very that's very good news. Even just doing one thing is okay enough. Oh yeah. Yeah, like I try to multitask a lot, but I'm taking things one by one these days cuz quite frankly, that's all I can do. Listening to you talk about struggles and being positive is really helping me to stay positive. I'm glad to hear that. Communication is so important, man. What's really crazy is that during the day, I feel like I'm being chased by the thought of, oh, you have to do something meaningful because time is ticking and you're going to feel like you're trapped in your room again and you're going to start getting panic attacks. So I'm like, oh shit, yes, that's right. It's bright outside. You know, the day is just starting. What am I going to do? Right? I mean, if I were healthy, I could do all sorts of different stuff, like go here and there. But it, you know, if you've gone through depression and all whatnot, you probably understand. But even the easiest thing to do becomes hard. Um, so, especially for me these days, if it's not like me hanging out with friends or anything, and I have to schedule myself to do something, you know, during this span of healing myself, because there's so few things that I can do, like capacity wise. So I'm like, oh no, you know, like, what am I gonna do? What should I do? I need to do something to forget about, not forget, but like so that I don't have to think about, you know, the unnecessary things that worry me. But then at night, it's like the opposite. Oh shit, it's so late now. Oof. So I'm like, oh wow, it's so late now. Like time flies. And so I'm like, I start feeling um, overwhelmed about the fact that a new day's gonna start, and that also becomes the reason for me that like I start getting scared of it, because new day means I have to wake up in the morning when I feel more often than not depressed, even more depressed, and then I have to check the mail. I hate checking the mail, both physical and digital. I hate it. Like, when you refresh the mail on your phone, and then I don't know what's up with mine, but it doesn't like automatically load the latest mail most of the time. So I have to do the whole like pull down and then refresh, and then while I'm waiting, there's like a good few seconds, and I hate that. And then, all right, the things you have to take care of. Fuck. I mean, I could check that not in the morning, but I'd be too curious because I want to get all the shit over with, if there's gotta be. I fucking hate it's like it's horrible. As a foreigner living in Japan, I think mental struggles cause from being a minority, feeling like you belong nowhere. Heard that they call this identity crisis. Well, here's the thing. Regardless of where I am, like the country, I feel that it's so hard to make friends anywhere. That's just the way I see it. Like, I mean, I've seen both the States and Japan, and the difference. Like in the States, yeah, sure, like compared to Japan, you can strike up a conversation with someone way easier. I mean, way more casually, right? Like just walking down the streets, like, hey, or whatever. Oh, I like your shirt, blah blah blah. Or have a small talk while you're paying for your groceries. But that did it mean that it was easier for me to make friends there? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But does that mean it's way easier for me to make friends in Japan? No. So either way. But what I want to go for, I mean, I don't want to be dependent. Like to the point that, oh, if I can't see my friends, I'm gonna go crazy. Like, I don't want to be that way. So that's why it's really important to handle yourself before you can handle anything. But that's a very hard thing to do, especially when you're not in your best condition. But don't get me wrong, though. I'm not saying that, having no friends is bad or anything. As I said, people who are content in their solo time. If like people who are content being alone most of the time, I think that is beautiful because you're content with life in a way. Like you're happy wherever you are, and I think that's amazing. I think it's the ultimate situation. I'm gonna warm up some almond milk and put some cinnamon and all that good stuff. Let's do that. Fuck. Fucking out like crazy. It's scary how my mood can change so fast. That's one of the scariest things when you're I don't know if it's you call it bipolar or I guess that's not the way to call it. I don't know. Like at this point, I don't know the proper term and the whole PC culture thing, but you get what I mean, right? Things can go from 100 to 0 in 1 second, in a second, and the other way around too. And I mean, it's not up to me to decide that. So I feel like I'm always being controlled by this condition. And it's so scary because I might be feeling okay and then all of a sudden I feel like I can't go on anymore. It's crazy. I guess I'm having less and less of that these days, so that's good. But still, at least twice a day, I think I have these moments where I feel like maybe I can't go on. Did we trigger you or something? What? No, not at all. I'm quite glad and maybe even a little amazed that I made it this far. Cause boy, it's been so intense. All right, where's the spice? Where are the spices? Where are the spices? So I have warm almond milk here with me, and then I'm gonna put I don't know how to pronounce this, cardamom, cinnamon, cumin seed, turmeric. So basically curry, but I think it does the body good. So, and I'm gonna put some honey. Good old honey. Refined sugar is bad, but if it's honey, it's pretty good. What's up? What's up? Yeah, the condition is speaking for you. Most things you feel or think aren't really from you, so you often have to take a step back and analyze these to find them. Yeah, I try to. But when it takes over you, I often use this analogy, but it's kind of like taking a sleeping pill and you're trying not to sleep. You're like trying to fight the sleepiness. That's how it feels. Except it's not sleepiness, but it's just the feeling of what is it even? Despair and thinking that you're not gonna make it and panic attack and all that stuff. I feel like one wrong thing and I might not have been able to make it this far. So I'm really I appreciate my friends. I appreciate you guys. Yeah. No, this honey is like special. Special as in my friend gave this to me, but it's like really good honey. But usually I would put Manuka honey. Now Manuka honey is the stuff. If it's, you know, the real good quality stuff. Thanks, guys. You know what's a drag? When you go to the sink and see lots of dishes that has to be done. Lots of dishes that have to be washed. So degree. Arch enemy. Yep, that's adulting. Yeah, paper plates can come in handy sometimes. But yeah, so yeah, as I'm going through this, I can see other people with different situations coping with their problems in different ways, but still I can understand that they're struggling, like people who struggle from alcoholism and other things. I don't drink alcohol, but when people become dependent on things like that, like I understand the pain that some of them might be going through. It said the chat disconnected and connected again. Is it fine? Good. I cooked today. I have been unable to cook for a few days, weeks, but I started cooking again. I mean, after all, that's the only way to that's the only way when you're on a strict diet. That's the shitty part. I mean, I do go out and eat with my friends, but I have to choose the thing that I'm gonna have. Mostly just plain old salad because, yeah. The dish was very simple. Dishes. I don't know if you call it um like proper meal, but I tried eating as healthy as possible. So no gluten, no sugar, no dairy, no what's another thing? Oh, no, yeah, but what I did was I microwaved broccoli, ate it simply with good salt. Um, that's one dish. As for chicken, I just slowly cooked it, ate it with salt. What else? Sweet potatoes by itself. Japanese sweet potatoes by itself. Um, what else? Just some dried small fish, small dried fish. Um, oh yeah, rice, natto, fermented beans, raw egg, dried seaweed. And then, like throughout the day, I've been having fruits, so kiwi, bananas. Yeah, that's about it, I guess. Yeah, so I've been like doing a little bit of research on how to make the depression and shit better. I try to go how do you say, natural as possible. So if you really want to go on a strict diet, like the condiments should be watched too, because there are a lot of condiments that contain, I don't know if I can call them, oh yeah, additives and stuff, preservatives and stuff. So today I just try to go really strict on my diet and see if it makes a difference in the way I feel. Yeah, I know. If it becomes too restrictive, that's like bad for my mind too. So I'm just gonna um, cook like this in this fashion whenever I can, but I will still go out and eat stuff. And I do hear that keeping things organic is better. I wish there was an organic shop that was like 3 millimeters away. Sumo Salad Branch, best salad bar in Australia. Ooh. The irony is that the name is in Japanese, but it's not in Japan, huh? But I'm sure there are good salad bars in Japan too, no? I love it when the salad has a lot of heavy vegetables. Heavy meaning like weight-wise, like broccoli and asparagus and stuff. Because usually salads are at best cherry tomatoes on top of lettuce. So I like it when there's a lot of like mushrooms and other vegetables that actually feel like it's making a difference. They're making a difference in my life. Yeah, nutritionist can help. Yes. Oh, I love sumo salad. Tried them in Melbourne. Melbourne. Dude, I gotta check that out then. If I go to if I visit Australia. Australia. Yeah, like a particular diet meaning no sugar, no dairy, no gluten. But I love bread, man. Bread's so good. So I do eat bread from time to time. I mean, like, all the things like I eat from time to time. But it just feels like things are getting so. It felt like things got so bad these days that I decided to go on a strict diet for a bit. I went to this cafe with my friend the other day, and it's like the real deal Italian cafe type place. And it had a lot of like um sweets in the what is it like in the show, what is it called, like the showcase window thing right in front of the cashier thing place. They all look so authentic and good. I was like, dude, but I'm trying not to have sugar, but like, bro, there was this like chocolate ball thing covered in Nutella. Like, bro. Or like, yeah, all sorts of different, what is it called? Like cannoli or something? That too, and among tens of, maybe more than 10, but like different sweets. I was like, bro, why? I'm just drinking tea. Because that's like the only thing I can have. I'm really glad that rice is not gluten. I mean, technically, I heard that it is, but like a different type or whatever. I don't know. Like, I'm not a scientist. But anyway, I was actually amazed. I was blown away when I first found out that rice wasn't gluten, because it feels so like gluten, right? But then it's not. So I'm like, wow. Okay, well at least I don't have to cut that out of my diet. Mochi rice is glutenated rice. Oh, is it? Are you gluten intolerant? I think I'm like earth intolerant. But yeah, I'm intolerant to a lot of things. But you know, when I think about it, um, I'm talking about possibilities here. The things that we're allergic to, things that we're intolerant to, and all that stuff, right? I feel like a majority of those things. I mean, obviously there are conditions in which you're born with it, like, and then I don't know, but maybe even if you're born with it. Anyway, I feel like it connects to the past as well. Like, I know damn well that I've been living a life of stress. Come to think of it, I feel like 80% of my days were just stress, and then 20% of me just trying to, like, I mean, 20% of me not realizing I was living with such stress. But anyway, I feel like if I can somehow come to peace with all the bad memories and traumatic experiences, and somehow get back to my uh, best condition, I feel that maybe I'll be able to eat all these things. I mean, given that they're good quality, but at least to a certain extent. Raising your carbs. What does that mean? Helps making it resistant starches too. So there's this gluten-free pasta that is not that cheap, but made out of, what was it? I forgot, like corn or whatever. It's really good, like spaghetti, but tastes just like real spaghetti. I mean, it's still spaghetti, I guess, but yeah. You know, so as for pasta, that's taken care of. But okay, so mochi rice was gluten-free. I learned the wrong way. Oh, okay. I see, I see. Mochi's good. Mochi's good. But, you know, think about it. We have Wi-Fi everywhere. And if it's not Wi-Fi, it's the, what is it, phone data thing, antenna stuff. And if it's not that, it's the satellites. Or are they the same thing? Probably. But what I'm trying to say is that even if you're quote unquote off grid, which you're not anywhere on this planet, even if you're considered off grid, there's always something flying in the air from outer space. I mean, I imagine what it would be like if all that stopped. There, is it called radio waves? Are they all radio waves? Anyway, if that wasn't going on, maybe we'd feel so much healthier. Like, maybe we'd feel lighter. You know, feel less gravity. I'm not like talking about literal gravity, but you know, figuratively, like feel. We wouldn't be talking right now though. Oh, I mean, like let's just say that there's a different technology. You know, everything's connected through bananas or something. Banana juice or something. I hope you'll be able to enjoy more kinds of food going forward. Yeah, I hope so too. Ooh. It's a difficult concept to grasp, isn't it? Being scared of going to bed. I mean, not in a way that a kid is afraid to go to bed, but you know, as I explained, I don't know what sort of negative thoughts start attacking me all of a sudden. And today, when I took a nap, tried to take a nap, I felt a sudden like rush of blood to my heart, like dick. Pretty much similar to when I get when I feel my heart beating faster all of a sudden, and then you know, anxiety starts. But I was like, oh shit, and then I try to fight through it, thinking that okay, I'm feeling this way, but this is not me, and I know I'm gonna get better, so everything will pass. And that's how I was able to handle it. I mean, it wasn't easy, like all the while I was sleeping, if I actually was. I don't, like, sometimes I don't even know how much I slept. Or should I say most of the time these days, I don't even know how much I slept. I just take a look at the time and I'm like, okay, this much time passed, but it doesn't feel like it, you know, maybe because I was struggling so much in bed, twisting and turning to find the position that's not going to give me that gives me the less gives me the least stress, the least anxiety. But it's a weird feeling because the soft pillow and, you know, the sheets, they're comfortable. You know, that feeling of, ah, yes, bed. But, like, inside my head and in my stomach, I feel that, you know, things are definitely not right. So it's like that combination. I feel like these days I've been experiencing a mix of a lot of things. Like, a mix. It's almost as if I am fighting against this curse in my mind and body, you know? Like, one's trying to take over to drag me down to hell, and one's trying to go, nah, you know, like, fuck off. Bye for now. All right. Wish all the best. Take care. But, yeah. It's so strange. And, like, even if it wasn't for that, to begin with, we supposedly have, what, like, high cortisol levels in the morning, and then a lot of people experience a little bit of that like dull feeling, sometimes even depressed. And I read something where cortisol level or stress hormones, whatever, help us to actually wake up in the morning, but if the balance is not right, you become you know, you feel dull and you don't feel too positive about, you know, things. So yeah, with the addition of that, things get intense. Yeah, so too much stress means, I mean, like, I'm feeling depressed in the morning could mean that there's too much stress going on, right? And the way I feel changes drastically depending on how full I am or how hungry I am. Right after I eat something, it could possibly trigger that negative, um, trigger negative thoughts. It feels like it's almost really releasing negative hormones or something. But sometimes it could be the other way around, meaning I could be feeling very depressed, but then as soon as I eat something, like I start to feel better. So, but the thing is, I don't know which it's gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be the good type or the bad type. But it changes the situation many times for me. And there's no pattern to it either. So Whew. Yeah, I've been talking a lot. And it becomes so hard to remember how you used to be when you're trapped in such a situation. Like you forget what it feels like to be your true happy self. When will we have another conversation like this? Well, the next time I stream on this channel. Yo, I remembered that moment a few days back. There was a moment when I felt like I could vlog outside. I was like, okay, let's do this. I'm gonna do this, right? But then I remembered something and it just drained my energy. Like I felt like my veins were filled with like negative energy, and I was like, oh shit. And I even dressed up and did my hair, got my camera ready, and I put on my new shoes. It's alright. And then yeah, that happened, and I took off my shoes and went back. Sucked. It sucked so bad. Oh, but maybe it was for the best. You know, if I was that vulnerable, maybe something could have made me feel even worse when outside, when vlogging. So I guess it was a good thing that I decided early. I think I'll be going soon. You know, I'm the type that wants to keep on going. I wish I could stream forever. But then my body can't handle that, obviously. Gets tired so easily. But sometimes I keep on going because I want to. But then my body gets like really tired. I wish that everything was connected. Connected meaning my energy level and my my motivation to stream, I wish they were equal. The imbalance you know something? When I took a nap today, I went to bed and I was talking to myself because I feel that it's sometimes it helps out a lot sometimes to tell yourself certain things, like I'm gonna make it, you know, like this is all gonna be fine, and you know, I appreciate this and that, and I said I appreciate my fans, you know. I actually said that when going to bed when I took a nap. Yeah, I just thought that you guys would know. I'm doing whatever it takes to get through the day, man. It's because I know that saying things out loud packs a lot of energy, because when my friends tell me in a calm manner that everything's gonna be fine and tell me things that make me feel relaxed and everything, it works. So I want to be able to do that for myself too. Let the good vibes come out. In fact, I think I'll do it again when I go to bed again. Remember, many people are happy because you exist. Thank you. Thank you so much. Brazil! See, as you guys can see, obviously I've been talking for a long time, and that's why my tone of voice is I don't know if it's lower, but like softer now. And so when I hang out with friends or talk to people for more than usually 20 minutes, when I'm talking to them in, how do you say, real life, should I say? I mean, this is real life too, but like in this case, it took 2 hours and a half or whatever. I don't know how long I've been streaming to get to this point of energy level, and that's understandable because that's quite a long time. But when I'm outside, and especially if it's somewhere that sucks out my energy a lot, like the city, right? Because the city is basically like a huge curse in many places. Like all the unnatural things, the pollution and noise and all that stuff, right? It sucks out my energy so fast that I can hold up for a little bit, but then all of a sudden when my energy level just goes down, it goes down. So people can sense that, like my facial expression dies, and although I think I'm keeping up well, a lot of times the reality is different. So people be like, wait, what happened? Because as I said earlier, I don't want people to get bored of me, or I don't want people to think that I'm not having a good time, So I guess I go the extra mile a little too much, and then use up all my energy in the first 20 minutes or so when I hang out. So that's been a real bummer in my life. But I'm guessing that if I can take care and get over this situation, maybe for the first time I'll be able to find out a way to be more natural and be more like, everybody else, in a sense that I won't have my energy drained at this speed. See, I'm a very, what is it called? Like empathic person? Is that the word? Right? Like empath? Like I can really sense other people's emotions. I mean, that could be a good thing, but it sucks out more of my energy, and I feel like it's been acting against me than helping me. Um, and this too, I think all these things are probably connected to uh, trauma as well. So that's why, if I can get to the root of the problem and get rid of those things, yeah, because it's not just one, it's all the different things. I feel that if that can be done, I'll be able to ignore negative energy in the world, at least way more than now. So it has come to a point where I have to overcome, or else I won't be able to make it. I think there's no more telling myself that I can how do you say, keep on walking with all the weight on my shoulders, all the burden that I've been carrying. Like, if I keep on doing this any further, I won't be able to go on. So I think it's the timing in my life where I really have to save myself. I mean, I used to feel so bad that I couldn't do anything since this intense mental situation broke out. How I couldn't write songs the same way, post videos the same way, or like, even at all, if at all, even. And then, days would just pass by, and then people would be like, so what do you do these days? And, like, when people ask that kind of question, when you can't really do anything. And so, yeah, I just felt like days were just passing by, which they are. But I realized that that's okay, because that's the only way I'm gonna make it through this. If I push through any further, I don't think I will be able to survive. So slowly but surely, I've decided to believe that I'm gonna get better. only then I can start working on the things that I need to finish, both things I want to and the things I don't want to. Thanks. There are different phases, I think, that I'm going through these days. It really is interesting. It really is. Like, I started remembering all the things that happened in my life, and even the memories that I thought were one of the best in my life, they all started turning into the worst memories for some reason. And so anything that reminded me of myself became like a trigger to feel depressed. And then I started to feel that like I to be honest, I never really liked myself, but I think it became that feeling became magnified. And I, with this condition of depression and everything, and me not being able to do nearly as many things that I used to, I started wishing more and more that I was living a life in a different time continuum, like a parallel world, But then I can't get out, so I felt trapped. So I think that was one of the phases. At the moment, I'm trying to love myself more. So that's some progress right there, right? But yeah. You really don't know what happens in life. Up until now, I could see a pattern, meaning I felt like I could kind of foresee what was going to happen in the future, but then all of a sudden, man, I mean, ever since COVID, things changed. All the unexpected happened. And in that sense, I feel like we've been taken to a different, we've been taken to parallel universe, actually. And then things started to feel very odd and weird, and I started thinking like, it started feeling like maybe even the problems and, things that trigger my OCD or whatever it is, maybe they didn't exist. Maybe because we were taken to, or maybe I was taken to a parallel universe that I feel like these problems existed since, way back, but maybe they didn't. Maybe, it's kind of like the Matrix or whatever, and then all of a sudden I was put into this situation starting from my depression breakout. But maybe it was different. Yeah, man. Mm. Yeah, the pandemic affected so many people, man. It's kind of like I'm a little, not a little, I think I'm scared of going to bed. And that's why I'm kind of, I'm still here. Maybe, that's partly why. Although I'm tired, I'm still talking. I mean, it's fun to talk. So, that majority of the reason is that, but. Yeah, I agree with you. It feels like nothing is real anymore. And yet, it's kind of ironic how when depression takes over, I just wish that it was not real, but the feeling is so real. Because it probably is. Meaning, because probably maybe this isn't the Matrix or whatever. But maybe it is, I don't know. But, I don't know. So, yeah. When I was on a small trip during one of the worst days of my depression and feeling of being trapped, I couldn't stand staying in my hotel room because that would trigger my anxiety attack. So I had to forcefully make some schedule up, right? So I was like, okay, so I'm gonna go to this city today, and then I'm gonna go here. So I went, dragging myself, it feels so heavy. And feeling lonely, but there's no other way, so I'm there, and it's like not fun, but it's a little better than staying in the hotel room, looking outside the window, hoping that I feel better by looking outside into the nature. And then I arrive, just walking towards the destination of where Instagrammers and whatnot take pictures because it's picturesque, but it's all there's so many steep hills, you have to walk up a lot of stairs, and it just feels like I was already feeling a lot of gravity on me because of this condition, and then even more of that gravity, and then it was pretty hectic, man. And then there's a lot of tourists taking pictures, and they don't give a shit if I'm right in front of them, and so they keep on filming. I hate that, man. That's one of the things that I really hate what this world has become. The other day, there was this service area. Service area is the name in Japanese, but it's actually kind of like a gas stop during your trip like on the freeway, but on the highway, but it's not a gas station. It's more so like a food court and like a resting area. And so I was there just, you know, checking out what I could eat, being like really depressed. And then when I look to my left, there's this fucker with a smartphone in his hand, just like right in front of my face. And then he's like saying something, I don't know, maybe he was vlogging or talking to someone or whatever. But you know instantly when something's not right with a person, right? Like you feel that like evil vibe. And the guy doesn't fucking care, so he just has his phone like right in front of my face. I'm like, ah, fuck, you know. So I walked away, but I hate it when people have phones in your face. You know, when people are filming something, it's like, oh yeah, take a look at this market or whatever. Like, you could move away a little bit and film, but then you're there with your fucking phone, and yeah, I hate that. Sending you all my love, support, and appreciation from the cows in Yodel country. Thank you. Is Yodel... Sorry, is it Austria? Or... I don't know if I should be talking about positive things, because it's very difficult sometimes, because I mean, talking about your struggles is not necessarily a bad thing, right? Because there are people who might be going through something similar, and you know, the connection can make some people feel better. But the downside could be that some people don't like listening to negative things, so I don't know what the right balance is. Yup. But yeah, I think I'll be going now. It was really fun talking about it. I'm happy that you guys came and joined. And as always, I truly wish for everyone's happiness. I really do. I will pray for you guys when I go to bed soon. And at the same time, I will open my window. Not like a literal window, my window to my soul, to accept yours too. Positive vibes only. All right? Talk to you guys later, okay? Thank you so much. Bye.